mean, you're idolizing these Instagram models who...
And I think that's part of the problem too.
And that is the problem. And you're not looking at like really what's around you, because maybe for some girls, like, you know, they don't have the big boobs or big butt that a guy, like all the guys want.
Mm-hmm.
But like maybe, hey, she's there to help you, motivate you, push you to do something better. She'll cook for you. She'll clean for you. Like she'll do other things just without the looks maybe.
Yeah.
And I think that's so shitty, I think, of guys to want to create a woman who has the body, who has the face, who has like the like motherhood instincts to take care of and to provide and to cook and to clean. And it's like, that is a long list for some women.
Yeah.
And it's like you're creating or you're idolizing this image, and you're only going out of your way on the internet to look for these women.
Hey guys, welcome to the False Nine podcast. Here with episode 129. 129. We're running up these numbers now.
Like views?
No, like episode 120 was like, I felt like it was literally like a month and a half ago.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Now we're like 129.
Good job.
We'll do a week.
Put it in the work.
Pumping those numbers. So guys, we're here with another episode. I hope you guys are having a great or starting your Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, whatever it may be, but I hope you're starting your week strong, healthy, clean-minded, happy, and just get excited for the week because it's going to be a good week for you. It's going to be a good week. What you think?
I think so.
You think
Always
so?
make it a good week.
With the False Nine podcast here.
Yeah.
Whether you're driving at work or chilling at work or just chilling at the crib. But I hope you're enjoy this episode, and let's get into it. So today, kind of like a chill podcast a little bit. We're just going to talk a little bit some UFC stuff going on. We're going to talk about like Hakimi and his wife situation, and then just a little fun facts at the end here. So let's just get right into it. So breaking news. We got breaking news.
What is it?
Charles Oliveira got hurt.
Oh, damn. What happened?
I don't know what happened, but I know he was supposed to fight at UFC 288. And Aljamain Sterling and Henry Cejudo, the guy that you said looked funny last one. So that was his fight card, like his main card, like he was fighting was gonna be the main fight. And Charles was the co-main with Dariush, and I like that fight. That matchup was really, really good. And I think whoever would have won that fight was probably gonna fight like Islam again or Islam Makhachev for the championship, because Dariush is like a top contender, and Charles, we know that he's probably like the second best behind Islam.
I like Charles.
Yeah, I like him too. I really think he can beat Islam. I know he got like kind of manhandled in the first fight, but I still believe that Charles is going to be champion again in that weight class. So I really want to see him champ again, and I think he can. It kind of sucks that he got hurt. Hopefully it's nothing serious though.
Yeah. Disclaimer again, I'm a girl who watches UFC, so I'm casual. I don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like he's kind of been a little off lately, and now that he has this injury, hopefully he takes the time to make it his come up.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, hopefully it gives him time to refocus and kind of just know what direction he wants to head to. But it just sucks, you know. You never, especially like the fight's like it's May 6th. That's when it was like 2 weeks and a half about that. That's when that was going to take place, and having that fight and then the Sterling and Cejudo fight, that was just that fight card. That fight card was just going to be good. But now you only got like one really good fight. I'm sure the other matchups are really good, but as far as like names and pay-per-view draws and stuff like that. So that's that. Yesterday there was UFC Fight Night, which I personally got to get better at watching those instead of watching just what everyone else watches a lot. But Dana White, I did see some videos on YouTube and some clips here and there about how Dana White was talking about how Burns wants a fight and already like he's hitting him up like I want to fight. And then there's a possibility of him fighting I wish I knew the guy's name, Bilal. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he trained his last fight. He trained with like Khabib's camp, so he trained with them and he won and he did really good. He also fought Leon Edwards before, and that fight got stopped because Leon accidentally poked him in the eye. And then they couldn't finish the fight, so they had it was a no contest. But he's really good too. He's really good. So I think Burns in that fight would be really good, and I really hope that's also a fight. I think since the stakes are pretty high, both of them kind of like to wrestle. So I feel like that fight could easily be like a boring fight.
Yeah.
But since they kind of want to be next for the title shot, I think they gotta show out and do good. So hopefully that fight happens. I wouldn't be upset seeing Burns and Bilal, and then Kobe Covington and Leon Edwards fight. You know, and whoever basically becomes a champ finds that, or not unless like you have like Kobe beating Leon and now they run it back for a rematch or something. But also too, that came out, I didn't write it down, but there was an interview with Leon Edwards, and he said that he's not gonna fight in. They're bringing UFC in London again. I think it's in July, but he said that he's not gonna take the fight because he wants more money for that fight. Yeah, he's asking for more money, and I think also probably doesn't want to fight. I don't know about the whole Kobe Covington situation, but he also said like they haven't even offered him the fight to fight Kobe yet.
Yeah.
He's like, they haven't even offered it to me, so he's just doing all this talking, and I still haven't even received the contract or a fight offer to fight him yet.
He said, pay me my money first, and then we can talk about it.
But I don't blame Leon for trying to get the bag, though. Like, everything he's doing, I don't blame him, because I feel like some champs, like, they get their moment, and they kind of just get taken advantage of. They leave too much on the table, too much money on the table, and then who they can't fight to.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what happened to Burns, I think, too.
Yeah.
It's like you're just taking all of these fights being taken advantage of, and you're not even being offered what you deserve. And
now he's demanding his title. Like, he had a title shot before, but he shouldn't just got like pushed down back like how he did. Because I think he's fought like 3 times since his last title shot, which is still more reasonable, but he was always like top 3 in my opinion. So I don't know. But like I said, Leon, I'm really hoping that shit gets announced soon. Because I just want to see who fights Leon next. Like, whether it's going to be Kobe or Gilbert. And I really feel like since the Kobe and Leon fight hasn't been official, I think that it's still, there's still open doors for, like, Gilbert Burns and Kobe. And Leon.
I've heard the July fights are always pretty popular.
Yeah. So. Volkanovski's going to fight in July, too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I like him.
Yeah. So he'll be fighting a Mexican, Yair Rodriguez. Rodriguez, and I'm gonna have to go for the Mexican on this one. Yeah, I just got to. So
represent.
Yeah. So also another fight that I guess officially got announced like 2-3 days ago was Amanda Nunes versus what's her first name? Damn.
Oh, I don't know.
Pena. Amanda. Is it? It's not Amanda either, right?
It's not Jessica. It's I don't know. I'm excited about that one though. I love Amanda Nunes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Pena, you like Pena.
I like Amanda.
Amanda's the one.
Show me a picture, casual.
No, you like.
I swear I like Amanda.
No.
How are you going to tell me?
You don't. Juliana Pena.
Juliana, yes. Oh, I do love her.
You like Amanda? No, you like Juliana.
Okay, this casual takes it back.
Pena. You like Juliana Pena. Well, anyways, that fight got announced. And
they're both good fighters, but.
And I don't know if you saw, there was an interview with Juliana Pena. She was saying that she told, I guess, her representative or her manager, whatever. She's like, hey, look, I only want to fight Amanda next. Like, don't come at me with no other fight. Like, that's the fight I want, and that's who I want to fight, and that's it. Like, you can go ahead and make Amanda fight. I think she said Arlene. You can go ahead and do that fight. Amanda's going to beat her, and I'll be here waiting. But, like, we both know that the best fight to make is going to be the trilogy against me and her and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then that basically she said that Amanda Nunes was scared to fight her and that she didn't want to sign the contract. And if she didn't sign that, she was going to be stripped from her title. I don't know how much of that is true, but it'd be crazy if it has any truth to it.
Yeah.
If Amanda is somewhat scared of Juliana.
That last fight was just nasty.
I got to watch it in person.
You did?
Yeah. You remember? That's the fight that I want my dad to go watch in Dallas.
No, but then they fought again after that.
Yeah. So the first one, I think we watched it together. Here at the house. I think at this house. Or no. We watched it at the apartment.
Yeah.
And then they fought again in Dallas. And that's the one that me and my dad went to.
The first fight.
The second fight.
Bloody one. Right?
Where Juliana won. And then the second fight, Amanda just tore her shit up. And that's the one that I went to.
I didn't know you went to that one. I'm jealous.
I was trying to get you to watch the fight. You went home and got my fire stick and everything.
I know, and I just still didn't watch it.
And then you got mad at me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's messed up. But that fight finally gets announced. I really think Juliana takes that one. I'm not gonna go too much in detail, but I've always been a fan also too, because she was the underdog, and like just to beat Amanda like no one else has done it was just so impressive. So I'm just like, man, she has it in her to be that to beat Amanda, I guess. So.
Yeah, and she's calling her out, like, that's kind of badass. Once you've already fought, twice, and you just want it so bad, you're calling her out, and it's coming anytime soon. Like, when is it? When is this fight?
July.
July. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. I mean,
June or July, one of those. So yeah, that's exciting too. And then let's see. So also too, another thing that's starting to happen. There is, I think this is the third time I've seen it, where a UFC fighter says, I'm going to be the backup to be like the next one for the title shot. And I knew that was going to be an issue, because Dana White is like, yeah, Kobe Covington came here to be the backup, so he's next for the title shot. And it's like, so what? Like, does now every backup is the next one for the title shot? And, and I think Dana knows that was going to be an issue afterwards, and I don't know if that has anything to do with now, like maybe he doesn't want to make Kobe Covington fight him next because of what he said, and maybe he wants to prove a point. Because if you do make that fight happen, it's like now every fighter's gonna think, well, you did it for Kobe, why can't you do it for me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, fuck, you can't. And in a business like that, like it's true. Like maybe you don't gotta go prove yourself. Maybe you just gotta go prove yourself enough to be a backup. And then next thing you know, you're up next for the title shot. So who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen with that? And I'm sure there'll be a lot more fighters keep saying that I'll be backup, I'll be the next one up, I'll be back, I'll be the next one up. And it just sucks to see that happen, because that's not how it works. So that's Dana's fault though.
Yeah. So
I guess moving on from UFC, we can both kind of have a discussion or a little talk about this. We know this soccer player Hakimi and his wife got announced. I mean, kind of like it. It was known, I think, since February they want to get divorced. But recently, I mean, this kind of was trending everywhere. How I wish I knew the wife's name. But anyways, she was basically asking for 50% of Hakimi's properties, and he doesn't own any properties. All the properties that he owns, it's under his mom's name.
That's crazy.
And then 70% of his money goes to his mom.
Wow.
Like just all over under his name. So. And everybody was like, oh, like Hakimi, like trolling the wife, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I even kind of I was like, that's what she get. But then, and then this is also to Hakimi, who in the World Cup always like hugged his mom, much love for his mom, this, and that. So he looks like a sweetheart, right?
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it, at least Hakimi. And he's a really good football/soccer player. He's really, really good. And like I said, this stuff gets announced, and the wife is kind of getting trolled on the internet. Like, oh, she's trying to take his money. Like, like that's what she get. Like
being, I don't know, I guess the gold digger
kind of
label that's
and also
being thrown at her.
Yeah, no, I don't think a lot of people know that she's a Spanish actress. I didn't know that till this morning. I was just reading an article. So I was like, money, maybe she doesn't really need his money. So, but they also have 2 kids together, which is.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. I mean, I get that you want to take care of your mom, that's totally understandable, respect for that. But you also have 2 kids.
Especially, when you have a wife and 2 kids, like I feel like your priority changes now to your family versus your mom.
I think so, because you are responsible for those kids, and you're responsible for now the mother, because that mother is raising your kids. So you don't want to leave her out in the street, leave her out without money. And maybe she does have her own money, but I mean, I say this like as a woman, I don't need a man to provide for me. But when we have kids, of course, I want the husband and father to want to step up and say, hey, I'm not going to do this to the mother of my children because I respect her more for that,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of shitty. I definitely didn't know they had kids.
Yeah.
So now I think everything, like my perspective totally changes on that. And now I'm just like, instead of, oh, that's sweet, respectful of him, taking care of his mother, I'm like, hey, that's kind of shitty. Like you have two 2 children with this.
Yeah.
With this woman.
And I mean, yeah, like I said, my dad told me like once you have a family and kids, like that's your family now. Like we'll still be your family, but you know, like your priority is gonna be your family when that time comes. And I agree with you. Like once you have your wife and you got 2 kids with her, like that's your family, and like you got to take care of them. And I understand like, your mom's always gonna be your mom no matter what. But you know, if you don't want to give money to your ex-wife, whatever, that's cool. But you still got to look out for your kids.
Yeah, that's kind of petty. I feel like he kind of anticipated this divorce, and that's the reason why he
most
did
definitely.
it.
Most definitely. He definitely knew, like, he was protecting himself, you know. At the end, I was like, bro, you could have just signed a prenup, you know, or whatever. But, I mean, I guess. But, like, and then what's more interesting to the situation that a lot of people don't know, this same Hakimi, same baller or World Cup performer, or whatever you want to, like, praising him as whatever he is, he's also facing, like, rape charges that happened in February or January.
Gosh.
So, and you know, whether they're true or not, it's a different story. But you are still, he's not divorced yet. So whether, if a girl just came after him, was like, oh, he raped me or whatever, like he probably still had some type of relationship with this other person, whether it was like consensual. How do you say the word? Consensual or not, and so he's facing that, and they still had the charges haven't been dropped, or he hasn't been what is it called, like accused or officially accused, whatever. And most soccer players get away with it. I'll be real with you. There's like a few soccer players that do end up going to jail, but like I hate to say this, but there's a lot of soccer players that get accused of like rape, a lot.
That's disgusting. I mean, if you are a good person and you surround yourself with good people, I don't think these charges will follow you. And I don't think these rumors will follow you. If you're just out with your family, minding your own business, doing your own thing, I just don't think you're in that environment to welcome people to make these accusations about you. Yeah. So if he has these alleged rape charges, I mean, he's out mingling with someone or hanging with someone who is capable of either, if they're true, like, or not, you're now putting yourself in a position where these allegations can be true about you.
Yeah. So, and yeah, like I was mentioning, soccer players, there's one, I think there's like 2 or 3 that are in jail now for that. But like, I mean, there's an Arsenal player that he got hit with charges, and they got dropped. Cristiano Ronaldo got hit with charges too.
Really?
And that one is the most, like, in my head, I really feel like he probably did, like, you know, that's awesome. Because it came out later that he paid like he gave the girl like hush money. No. Like there was like an NDA and everything. Like that came out and it was leaked. That's awesome. and that shit is just like, it's just quiet. Like no one talks about it, you know? And it's crazy. And this was
is it like mostly all international?
Yeah, it's usually like the Europeans and all, like on the other side of the world. I don't know. Like I said, and then there was like Mason Greenwood. I don't know if I ever actually sent you the like video where like there's a voice call, but he's basically like talking shit to his girlfriend. That's fine. Or ex-girlfriend, and was basically like he was trying to like, you know, do it with her, and he was like calling her out of it, like calling her a bitch. He's like, you know, telling her basically how to like let him do whatever he needs to do, basically. That's I'm trying to say it in a comfortable way. But yeah, it's not uncommon, and I hate to say that when you hear like a soccer player getting hit with these charges, it's like, fuck, like there goes another one. And most of the time they get away with it because they give him hush money. I'm sure there's a lot of false allegations too, because they try to get some girls try to get some money. Yeah. But you never know whether what's true or not, and that's what kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's just awful. And then they have all this money too, you know.
They get good lawyers, pay off who knows who.
Shut it down, yeah.
So can you tell me what racketeering is?
So racketeering, I think, from like my understanding, is basically doing illegal business. So it could be anything like money laundering, doing like fake wiring, things like that.
Because he also is facing racketeering charges too. So a person who works with
So this is the same guy that we're talking
Hakimi.
about. Okay, who like is being cherished for loving his mom and celebrating with his mom, and now he is facing rape charges, racketeering, and has basically left his wife dry of money.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he didn't leave her dry. It says,
I mean, in this divorce, basically, he just wants to give her nothing.
So racketeering is a federal crime typically categorized as a white-collar crime that involves the use of a legal enterprise to commit fraud or other crimes. Is typically associated with organized crime, and could include a wide range of activities. So basically, I guess like having a company, I guess, and using it like as a who knows what for, honestly.
Maybe
but
money laundering.
Yeah,
too.
Probably the most popular one is probably money laundering. But I mean, still, he's facing those charges, facing rape charges. And people were making fun of her on the internet, and I'm like, well, guys, we gotta look at the other side, and Hakimi's not the sweet boy that we think he is.
Damn, fooled me. I remember like during the World Cup, he celebrated with his mom. He gave her a hug like before he even gave his wife a hug, and I was like, oh, like that's sweet. Yeah. Weird, but sweet. So, yeah, I mean,
but now,
I guess he's not the sweet boy we all thought he was.
No, and then Andrew Tate. So I think it was a link to the article.
Yeah.
And then it was basically saying like she was trying to get 50%, whatever that we all know about. And then Andrew Tate commented like, "My G." That's all he said. I was
lame.
Like, and I thought that was kind of funny, but
is he out of jail now?
They say he is, but
he's on house arrest. Right?
Yeah, he's on house arrest. So. But you said that I want you to say what you said earlier about Andrew Tate. I'll be scared.
I am scared. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but Andrew Tate, I think is a spokesperson for broken men.
Broken men. I think so too.
Yeah. I
think there's like a small percentage of people that listen to him and are probably not as broken or not broken at all that actually like him. But a lot of his audience is definitely, not definitely, but I think that it's probably broken.
I don't mind him. I think that some of the things he says is pretty cool, like making your own money, you taking care of yourself, taking care of your money, your mind, all your mental health, everything. Mm-hmm. It's just the stigma that he points with women, mm-hmm. And the disrespect. I don't like that. I think if he would have just gone about his business saying everything but talking down on women, he probably will be like more well respected.
Yeah.
But
he got a lot of popularity with the women stuff, like, so I think he just ran with it.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that, and it doesn't matter if it's like younger kids or, I guess men who are like in the 20s. Mm-hmm. But just the fact that all of these men kind of supported that message and said, hey, like, this is what we all thought. We just never wanted to say it is mm-hmm. so scary.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, they all thought what?
They all had like the same beliefs, because if you're hearing someone say these beliefs mm-hmm. and, you're agreeing with them, like somewhere in your head, you kind of already like felt that way, but you were just scared to say it out loud. Or you probably thought, oh, like that's kind of fucked up that I'm thinking that way. And so now that you have Andrew Tate going publicly online and saying what everyone else was scared to say or scared to feel, now that it's being out there, all these men are like, oh yeah, like this is our guy.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because it's like the amount of, men who all feel and thought the same way is just scary.
I think a lot of guys just like, I don't know, like, I think about this a lot. Like, why do a lot of people like Andrew Tate? And I feel like there's like a small, not a small, like there's a good amount, like, and you can categorize or put like a certain amount of girls like in this like bubble right here, mm-hmm. right? That and I say this like, whether they're like kind of probably like attractive, like really attractive, right? And I think there's a lot of guys that want to talk to girls like that, want to get their numbers, want to go on dates, want to have a girlfriend like that. And they feel like they can't. And I think they start to resent the girls that are attractive, because the girls are attractive now. obviously with social media and everything else in the world, like as far as I guess technology, the communication, you know, your reach is a lot more. And I think a girl is always going to have the choice to pick versus a guy. Like it's they're just superior in that way, and that's just how it is. So I think that, like, and I've told you this, I think like a girl who's attractive is like, she's not gonna look at this guy because she knows she could possibly get a guy who's really attractive and has money, and this guy just, you know, works maybe he's a manager at some like warehouse job, and you know, maybe he's like, fuck, I can't even get this girl's number because she's trying to like chase a dude that makes a lot more money, and I'm really nice, I'm really cool, I can show her a good time, everything, but I don't got the money and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of guys get frustrated that way.
Maybe they need to lower their standards. And it's true, because I mean like no kind of shade about this. But if you, like you said, are a guy working at a warehouse and you're getting upset that a specific type of girl isn't talking to you, like, hey, maybe you like aren't that person. Yeah. Like, you need to go and lower your standards to find someone who is willing to fit your lifestyle. And that's true, because if this girl likes to travel, she likes to go shopping, she likes to, you know, go to fancy dinners, and you can't provide that for her, like, you're just not that guy for her.
Damn. So why do you, I guess a guy lowering his standards, is it because like I guess like, is it because he's not that guy for that girl, or like
he's not that guy for that girl, but there's also like tons of, I mean, you're idolizing these Instagram models who
and I think that's part of the problem too.
And that is the problem. And you're not looking at like really what's around you, because maybe for some girls, like, you know, they don't have the big boobs or big butt that a guy, like all the guys want. But like, maybe, hey, she's there to help you, motivate you, push you to do something better. She'll cook for you, she'll clean for you, like she'll do other things just without the looks maybe. And I think that's so shitty, I think, of guys to want to create a woman who has the body, who has the face, who has like the like motherhood instincts to take care of and to provide and to cook and to clean. And it's like, that is a long list for some women. Yeah. And it's like you're creating or you're idolizing this image, and you're only going out of your way on the internet to look for these women. And you are completely like ignoring or disrespecting, you know, a perfectly, like, you know, maybe not a 10, but like, you know, a 6 is good. Yeah. Are you okay with a 6? You know, like, but she'll take care of you, and like she'll cook and all of this stuff. Like,
and I've said this in past podcasts, like if anyone is like, I'm sure, I don't think anyone's uglier like than a 5. To be honest with you, everyone's like a 5 or higher. Yeah. The only way you're lower than that is like if you just don't take care of yourself. Like you don't shower, you don't get haircuts, you don't shave, or you don't whatever.
Well, also too, like, I can say that there's probably if I see a girl and she's like a 10, but if she has like a nasty attitude or a shitty attitude, like, you're gonna be deducted points automatically. Like, that's just my perspective. And so if you're a man and you are, let's say, a 6, but you're funny, you're sweet, like you're super nice, you're gonna go from a 6 to like a 8.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, Andrew Tate has said, like, oh no, actually he said this about depression, but if you're a guy who desires a certain girl or you want to mingle or whatever, I'm just like, start taking care of yourself. Get haircuts, shave, go to the gym. Yeah. Just even like 2-3 times. And like, don't sit there and complain like, oh, blah, 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 with your fucking beer and your like a 12 pack in the fridge. You know, like, if you really in your feelings, you know, start trying to like level up yourself, you know, and then you can get to mingling and talking and going on dates.
And that's true. I agree, because once you start taking care of yourself, you know, doing things for yourself, you'll feel more confident.
And you just more naturally just attractive.
Yeah,
like as yeah, and it reflects, like, when you walk in a room, like if you walk in and, you know, you're not shaved or your hair's all over the place, or maybe you smell a little funky, like, people see that, but you'll go in there looking you don't even have to look sharp, like sharp or nothing, like just well taken care of, and some confidence, and I mean, that's it.
Yeah, well groomed.
So,
Stay clean, people.
and but yeah, like I think the problem is that there's a lot of guys who just kind of expect to have this type of girl.
Yeah, and they put no work into getting that.
They're like, oh, I'm just a man, like I work and I deserve this type of girl.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you don't deserve anything. You like have to be that type of man who I would say deserves that woman if you're putting in work into yourself. If you're like that great person, if you really think like you deserve better, then like go and look for better, but also make sure like you are that better person for someone else too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Closer to you.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I'm with you too. Like, you know, with like the same thing with the guy or girl, but I really feel like it's the guy who kind of, and I don't know if this is a bad thing or not, but I think this is where the guy definitely has to step up his game. Because I feel like most girls don't have to go through that process where, like, you know, if a girl, you know, I'm sure a lot of them probably go to the gym and try and look good. And I feel like it's for some, I don't know. I don't know if it's easier for a girl or easier for a guy to go to the gym. I really don't know. But I feel like, you know, it works both ways, whatever. And a guy definitely just has to work for what he wants. And I understand that a girl, like, it's just what it is. Like, a girl just has options. And she can pick and choose, kind of like, a guy can't pick and choose. They just can't. They just can't.
I mean,
some guys, I'm sure they can, but usually, like, and this is like to the T, like, if a guy can't be like, I'm gonna sleep with this girl.
if they have confidence, maybe.
I mean, I'm sure, yeah, but like, it doesn't happen without the girl. Like, it just does not happen. It just won't happen.
It's easier for a girl to say,
yeah,
yes,
like the
or no
girl's
first.
the one who's gonna decide whether it happens or not.
Exactly.
Like, there's just and that's,
well, that's because we have that power.
Yeah, and that's okay, you know. But I think guys, I don't know if they want to accept that, I guess. And it's not like a bad power, but it's just how it is, you know. In the same way that we expect certain things from a girl or a woman, like whether it's like nurturing, or some guys maybe want a girl who cooks or has lunch ready or whatever it may be. You know, we have those expectations, but there's some certain things that girl has to do and certain things that guy has to do. And I just think that, like, you know, working to get this girl, and whether you have to work on yourself and get haircuts and take care of yourself, like, that's just part of it. So, because I mean, like I know from my how do I say this? I don't want to say like experience, but me personally, like, I wanted to be someone that I found really attractive, like really, really attractive. And it's funny because we met in the gym. Mm-hmm. So I really got not serious, but I've always, you know, wanted to work out. I was playing soccer, that kind of stuff. So I was like, I need to work out. And I always told myself, like, I want to be with someone who kind of just matches that energy, like with the gym, or like a little bit of a fitness lifestyle. Because I'm like attracted to that. Mm-hmm. So, and that's like, you say that I'm funny and I got this confidence, like,
okay, calm down.
No, like, you know, whatever, but that's not how I used to be.
Oh yeah,
I used to be really not like shy, but I guess you could say like shy, or not as bold, but like I just wasn't like really outgoing like that, and just not as maybe like charismatic, stuff like that, you know. Mm-hmm. That's stuff that I had to work on. And like, I always told myself, like, if you don't do that stuff, like, I mean, you're not going to probably get the girl you want to be with.
Yeah.
So
you made a good point. We met at the gym, and you said that you wanted to find someone who kind of matches your lifestyle and your love for fitness. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, you know, that goes for everyone. If you are going out to the bars, going out to the clubs,
that's the like worst.
Drinking, like, exactly.
Yeah.
And you say you want to find a good woman, like, you probably will find a good woman out, but it's going to be out in the streets and the bars or clubs, but it's just going to be so much harder.
Go to the bookstore or something.
Go to the grocery store.
Yeah, the grocery store.
If you're going to the grocery store.
Can I give, I hate to say this, babe, whatever, but I'm going to like give like a gem out there, like, to dudes. And I know, me and my cousin realized this when we were in Illinois. And I don't want to throw my cousin under the bus. I love you, bro. But if a guy, wherever town or state you live in, bro.
This is gonna piss me off, right?
It is.
Okay.
Like, if you want to, like, maybe shoot a shot or test your skills, your game, go to Target.
Did you do this before me or after me?
Well, no, it was before. It's just like you realize, and I'm gonna say why. Like, you know, and I don't want to upset you.
This kind of does piss me off because you know that woman, that's like our secret space, our safe space, and you are just gonna go in there and manipulate your way.
No, but it's just like, if you trying to get some good reps in, like, as a dude,
that's pissed me off because that is our like ground, that is our space.
But a lot of girls like going to Target.
They do love going to Target, and you know why? Because Target has everything they need, and that does not include a man.
So, like, if a guy want to go talk to a girl, like, you probably find a girl that you might find attractive at Target.
That's true.
So
that does piss me off because you can't just go target us at Target.
I'm just saying that's the sauce right there.
All right, whatever.
So, yeah. And I heard this one. I don't know because we don't have a Whole Foods here, but I heard Whole Foods is another good place to go.
A lot of attractive people go to Whole Foods, and again, that's because the people who are going to Whole Foods are taking care of their body. They care about what they eat. They care about the ingredients that they're consuming. So yes, Whole Foods is a great place if you have someone who, if you're like that and you want to find someone who matches that lifestyle.
But also too, like, in general, like, if you're someone who goes to bars and drinks, like, that environment, like, that's what you're gonna find, you know. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're going to, like, a gym, Chipotle, a Target, Whole Foods, a library, a park, I don't know what else is out there, like, but a healthier,
a coffee shop,
like, those type of environments, like, that's where you could possibly, you know,
find your other half, maybe
a good spot to, like, mingle a little bit and get to know people. So,
I said find your other half. You just want to mingle.
Well, if
you want to mingle, go to the bars.
I think if guys want to get good reps, and they gotta mingle for real to get the confidence up.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this yesterday. It's like how to approach a woman.
Yeah,
and a lot of guys find it easier to go to a bar or a club and want to talk to a girl. And I think this is the issue with men going out versus girls going out, because women can go out with their friends and just have a great time.
Yeah.
And completely ignore everyone else in that bar or club. Men can't.
Some guys can.
Men cannot do that. They go in there with the intentions to want to talk to someone, take someone home.
And even if they don't, maybe they're trying to have a good time, but once they have some drinks in them, they'll probably want to be like, I gotta take somebody home or something.
Exactly.
So,
and what do you do at the bar or club? You drink. So of course they're gonna have some drinks in them and say, I gotta take someone home. Yeah. Because you can't just go out and have fun.
Yeah, I guess so. Some guys do, but most guys don't.
Anyways, if you're in that situation where you do want to talk to a girl, don't be a creep.
Well, how do you, like, what is a creep in your definition or in your...
I told you about the guy who went up to me at the gym.
Yeah.
He didn't say hi. He didn't say, how are you? He just...
But is that like creep or was that just awkward?
It was awkward, but it's also creepy.
What if he's watching this? He's going to get his feelings hurt.
I'm sorry, guy.
I'm sorry, dude.
You can try again. If
you can learn from this.
Yeah, like if you want to, if you see me again at the gym, you can try again.
No.
I mean, I'm going to say no. But
okay, but anyways.
Just so you can practice. Anyways, how to approach a girl. So always make eye contact with the person that you find attractive. So if you are with a group of friends and that person was with a group of friends, just try and catch their eyes. You know, if they look at you and then quickly look away, they're not into you.
I thought that was they are into you.
If they quickly look away, no.
But if y'all keep looking at each other,
if there's like a 2-second stare, 3-second stare, and then you guys look away, like that's something. Mm-hmm. That's something you can work with.
I don't like this.
Again, if you guys catch each other's eyes and then there's a smile this time.
Oh.
That means like, okay, yes, I like you. You like me potentially. Okay.
But what about for the shy people? Because there's shy people like you look at me like, or a girl vice versa. Oh, look at me. You know, even though they might think like
you can't be shy.
But what if like the girl's shy?
You're not. Okay, if a girl is shy, you can approach her because you have to find out, is she shy or is she just not into you?
Yeah.
If she's shy and you kind of make her feel a little bit comfortable, she's not going to be as shy anymore.
Yeah.
But of course, you still have to put in that work.
So you never said how you approach her. Like, what do you do?
Because you just interrupted me. All right. So then there's a third time where you guys lock eyes. At this attempt of the third contact, then you go up to the girl and you say either, what are you drinking? If you
this is at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to buy her a drink, don't ask her what she's drinking if you're not going to buy her a drink.
Oops.
That's why you fumbled. All right. So she tells you.
I'm just stupid.
You are. She tells you what she's drinking. You ask, can I buy your next drink? You guys are drinking. At this point, you guys already locked eyes 3 times. So you're talking. So she's not just going to grab the drink and then walk off. Say, hey, thanks. She's probably going to want to talk to you. So I don't know. Be friendly. Be charismatic. Say, I mean, are you here with friends? Like, what are you guys up to tonight? Like, just be friendly. And then maybe ask for her phone number. And if she says,
but like one thing as a guy, when you say be friendly, like I was sucked at talking to girls at clubs and bars.
Guys are just naturally flirts, I think. So,
but like I could just at a club, I don't know. It's just like I can't be like, what are you doing here? If I say like,
of course not.
I can't be like, oh, you're here with friends? Like, yeah. And I'm just like, what do I say after that? Because then I don't want to like, also like.
I'm not giving you advice.
I know. But I'm trying to like, because guys are going to listen to this. Guys are going to listen. Guys are going to listen to this. And they're going to be like, well, oh yeah, like, I just be charismatic. What does that mean? Like. Okay. Not like word for word, but like, I guess a good question to ask or a good conversation starter. Or something like that, because I mean, obviously, like you can be charismatic and get someone like make her laugh or get her to like you, like to me, like that's pretty obvious. Like that's how how it would work. But I guess like what's maybe like questions or something that you can say that's maybe slick or flirtatious or cute that get her now like into you.
All right. Okay. So
yeah, we need the sauce.
All right. I guess if you guys want it all. So I would say always give the reason why you're going out as a guy, because no girl wants to be with a guy who's always at the bar or club. It's just not attractive. So if you're out, say, hey, it's my friend's, I don't know, 30th birthday. We're out celebrating somebody's wedding anniversary, or somebody just got married. My friends just got proposed or engaged, and say things like that to, I guess, kind of say or state why you're there.
So let me put this in. I guess I can. I ask you, hey, like, what you drinking? I buy you a drink, and then just like, what, like, oh, like you here celebrating something?
Yeah. So just be like. Oh, actually today's my friend's, anniversary or whatever, or engagement party. And so this is why we're out. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you here with friends? And they're going to be like, hopefully, you find somebody who is a great conversationalist and
like a wingman.
No.
Oh, like okay. Like the person you're approaching.
Yeah, exactly. The person you're approaching, hopefully, has good conversation skills, and you just kind of, I don't know, go from there and ask like.
Well, I guess that's true, because depending how.
What are you up to tonight? Like, oh my gosh, what else? Like.
No, that's why I think it's so hard to like talk to girls at the clubs and bars.
I don't think so.
I do. That's just me though.
I guess they're just a little awkward.
Maybe I am, but.
No, I definitely think just be cool. Be calm, be chill. If you are going in with the intentions of like, oh, I'm going to take her home. Like, I'm going to get her number. Like, it just comes across as desperate, and girls notice that. So don't go in like thinking to yourself, I'm going to get her number. I'm going to get her to go home with me. Just go in there saying, I want to get to know this girl. Like, she's super cute. The reason I'm attracted to her, the reason I came up to her is because I find her attractive. So let me go and talk to her and see where this goes.
Yeah. So what about this? Like, a guy asks her, like, what are you drinking? Buys her a drink. And they're like, hey, like, look, I'm not trying to take too much of your time. I want you to go, like, I don't know if you're here with friends, whatever, but I really find you, you could say, like, cute, good looking, attractive. Can I get your number?
I think that's great after you guys kind of establish some kind of relationship.
Like, if she lets you buy the drink, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, also, too, I don't know, like, I guess, like, making small talk.
Let me finish my sentence. So I was going to say that's great too. Like, if you don't want to take too much of your time, but make sure you kind of form some kind of connection, and be like, okay, well, I know you're with your friends and I want you guys to have a great time. So is it okay if maybe I get your phone number so that we can catch up later? A lot of girls might give their phone numbers. Some girls don't like giving their phone numbers, and they might say, I'll give you my Instagram. And you take the Instagram, because it's so much easier to slide into a girl's DMs after you met her than texting her.
I guess so.
That's true. Like, maybe the first, second picture, and then slide in the DMs.
Does that work?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you said the first, second picture.
The first or second, or maybe
I got
like
you.
both.
I get you.
Both pictures that they posted.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
And then this girl is probably gonna be waking up the next day and be like, "Oh my gosh, I remember this guy."
And then you go on DM him back.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. But guys definitely, I feel like they kind of have to put in that work to be able to get probably the girl they want. And I know being charismatic, being confident, honestly, like, the good looking part, you honestly can't do nothing about that besides groom yourself. So, like, you could just accept what it is on that one, but you can definitely work on being charismatic and like, slimming down or gaining weight, whatever it may be, and talk to the girl that you want to talk to. But I think the biggest thing is, like, as long as, like, you have that what is it called, like, I guess not experience, but go up to girls.
I think it's just confidence. It's always confidence.
Because, like, when I was in and this is my story in Illinois, like, I had, like, I don't know if it was because the way I talked or the way I looked, but just no luck. Like, I got rejected, like, a lot in Illinois, and but it kind of helped me, because when I went up to you, it was like, I'll fucking take another L if I got to, like, and that was in May, and I had just got back in February. So it's just like, I don't know, like, I was not used to it, but I've taken enough L's where I was not going to get my feelings hurt.
Also, guys, yeah, I want to point out to that, because you did not give up. Like, you were super consistent, persistent as well. So if a girl tells you no, like, if she tells you, like, hard no, like, okay, maybe leave her alone. But if it's just, like, a soft, like, I don't know. Like I told you, I wasn't going to give you my phone number. And you kind of were like, well, like, do you have Snapchat or Instagram or whatever? So, yeah.
But I guess, like, I don't want to say, like, you were also, like, kind of not, like, dismissive. You were kind of, like,
I was nice.
Yeah, you were nice and, like, willing to have a conversation with me. And that kind of just, like, let me, I guess, gain confidence. And then also, too, like, kind of just not necessarily have fun with it, but, like, kind of be a little, like, slick or try to do something, like, like, oh, I don't got an Instagram. Like, you going to have to give me your number. Like, but also, like, in a playful way.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of worked, And then I still had to do more work afterwards, but
you have to do work every day.
Yeah, so but
that's just the advice, I guess. And guys, if you like a girl, don't be scared. Go up to her. If she says no, then she says no. Move on. But
I wish really Andrew Tate really spoke more about that, like how to approach girls versus just kind of like
not hard
versus saying like girls this, girls that. I'm like, bro, tell dudes how to talk to girls, bro. Like if they don't got money, like, and not everyone wants to have money, maybe they just want to have a happy family and a good girl that they find attractive. So
Also for me too, it's like, okay, I can have a guy who has tons of money, but he might disrespect me, or he might not pay attention to me, or he might talk to me like I'm fucking crazy. Like, you know, it's not always about the money. Find somebody who fits your lifestyle, but also like is always going to respect you. And if you're going after all these girls who have like higher standards, who have you know, crazy obsession with money or looks, like you most likely aren't going to be respected the way you want or deserve to be respected. So I guess, I'm not saying like go for specific like women, because I feel like a lot of people are in relationships with other people who are like out of their league. But I think that if you guys both maintain like that same respect for each other, really, like, I don't know, you can, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can go for anyone. Yeah. You know, no, as long as you guys have that both mutual agreement.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so too. So, well, good talk.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next week. I've been calling Zach, blowing up his phone. He told me he was in Vegas. I don't know if I'll see him again. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Zach has been replaced. I am the new co-host of the False Nine podcast.
Drops mic. That's it. Cut.
Bye.